Hello and welcome to the PTCB Prep Guide. This is the channel that's all about making pharmacy concepts super clear, approachable, and totally exam-ready. Today, we're diving into one of the most important topics you'll face, high-yield pharmacy abbreviations. We are going to break down the most common terms, especially the ones that are easy to mix up, and I'll give you some simple memory tricks to help you lock them down for exam day.
So let's just jump right in with a classic exam question. You see a prescription with OS and another with AS. What's the difference? Well, one means left eye and the other means left ear. A simple mix-up isn't just about losing a point on the test. In the real world, this could be a major patient safety issue. And that is exactly why we have to get these right, every single time.
And that's really our goal today. These abbreviations are famous for being exam traps, where just one wrong letter can lead you to the wrong answer. But hey, don't worry. By the end of this, you're going to have a simple but really powerful system for keeping them all straight. Let's do this.
Okay, let's start with the absolute basics, the core frequencies. These little abbreviations tell us how often a patient is supposed to take their medication. You are going to see these on pretty much every single prescription that crosses your path.
Here are the big three you absolutely have to know. We've got b.i.d, which is twice a day. Then there's t.i.d for 3 times a day, and q.i.d for 4 times a day. As you can see, what goes on the final label is a direct, easy-to-understand translation. The key thing to remember here is that these abbreviations just tell you the total number of times per day, not the specific times of day.
Now this next one is so important. q.d means once daily, but here's the exam trap, and it's a big one. q.d looks way too similar to o.d, which means right eye. Because of this potential for dangerous mix-ups, a lot of hospitals and pharmacies are actually trying to stop using q.d. altogether. You can bet the PTCB is going to test you on whether you know about this safety concern.
And here's another classic pair that's super easy to confuse when you're under pressure, AC versus PC. AC means before meals, and PC means after meals. A really easy way to remember this is that A comes before P in the alphabet, just like you take the medicine AC before a meal. This is crucial for meds that need to be taken with or without food.
All right, great job. We've covered how often to take a medication. But that's only half the story, right? The other half is the route of administration. In other words, how the patient is actually supposed to take the medicine. So let's run through the most common routes. First up, PO. You'll see this one all the time. It just means by mouth. Then we have SL, which is sublingual or under the tongue. PR stands for rectally. And top is for topical, for creams and ointments that you apply directly to the skin.
Now for injections, there are 3 key terms you've got to know. Subcut, or SC, means it's injected right under the skin, like an insulin shot. IM stands for intramuscular, which means it goes deep into the muscle, like a lot of vaccines do. And finally, IV is intravenous, meaning directly into a vein. You'll mostly see that one in a hospital setting.
Okay, I need your full attention right here. We are now entering what I like to call the PTCB danger zone. Seriously, this next part is where the most points are either won or lost when it comes to abbreviation questions on the exam.
This is it. This is probably the single biggest abbreviation trap on the entire PTCB exam. The shorthand for eyes and ears looks incredibly similar, and I can pretty much guarantee you will be tested on it. So let's break this down really carefully.
First, let's look at the eyes. OD is for the right eye, OS is for the left eye. Now, here's a great memory trick. S for sinister, which is the Latin word for left. It works every time. And OU means both eyes. Just think of the U as standing for universe, or uniting both eyes together. Now look at the ears. AD for the right ear, AS for the left ear, and AU for both. You can see the problem right away, can't you? AS for left ear versus OS for left eye. It's just one letter off, but it's a world of difference for the patient. So how do you keep this straight forever? Here is the ultimate memory key. It's so simple. All the eye abbreviations start with an O for ocular, and all the ear abbreviations start with an A for auditory. If you can just lock that in your brain, O for eye, A for ear, you literally cannot get these questions wrong.
Awesome. Now that we've conquered the danger zone, let's wrap up with a few more essential terms. These are all about the daily pharmacy workflow, safety, and special instructions you'll need to know.
You are going to see PRN constantly. It simply means as needed. But here's the crucial part for you as a technician. The reason for taking it must always be on the label. A patient can't just have a bottle that says, take as needed. It has to say why. As needed for pain, or as needed for nausea. That's a key safety check.
And two last really important ones. DAW means dispense as written. This is a direct order from the doctor saying, do not substitute a generic for this drug. You have to dispense the brand name medication. And then there's STAT. When you see STAT, it means drop everything and do this now. It signals an urgent order, usually in a hospital, that has to be filled immediately.
Okay, let's do one final rapid-fire review of these high alert pairs. Remember, QD for daily versus OD for right eye. Then OS for left eye versus AS for left ear. And what's the key? O for ocular, A for auditory. And finally, AC before meals, PC after meals. Go over these pairs until they're second nature.
So after breaking all of that down, you really do have the tools and the memory tricks you need to face these questions without fear. You know the traps the exam is going to set for you, and more importantly, you know exactly how to avoid them. You're ready for this.
Excellent job working through these high-yield pharmacy abbreviations. You are building that foundation of knowledge you need to walk into the PTCB exam with total confidence. Remember to review what you learned, maybe rewatch the tricky parts, and just practice these abbreviations every day. If this helped you out, please give it a like and subscribe for more. Keep up the great work. Success is just around the corner.